All right, let's dive right in. We're talking about one of the most exciting and, yeah, kind of chaotic times in life, your first year of university. Over the next few minutes, we're going to break down how you can not just get through it, but absolutely thrive. Sound familiar? You're on the edge of something brand new, something huge. And sure, there's a ton of excitement, but maybe there's also that little knot in your stomach, that feeling of being just a bit overwhelmed by the whole thing. Well, here's the big secret. You're supposed to feel that way. Seriously, it is 100% normal. But what if we could take all that nervous energy and turn it into something powerful? What if we could reframe that uncertainty and make it your single biggest advantage this year? That is exactly what we're about to do. Okay, first, let's just acknowledge the reality of the situation. Your first year is a whirlwind. You've got a new city, new faces, new academic challenges. It's basically a storm of uncertainty. But here's the key. That uncertainty, it's actually part of the plan. So how in the world do you navigate that? Well, it's not about buying a fancier planner or highlighting more textbooks. The source material we've looked at points to something way more fundamental. The most powerful tool in your arsenal is a specific kind of mindset. And that brings us to what we're going to call the golden rule. This is the core idea that can genuinely change your entire experience. It's a really simple but powerful concept: trusting the process. So what does that actually mean, to trust the process? It's all about flipping the script in your head. It means looking at a really tough assignment, or maybe a class you're struggling with, and not seeing it as a threat to your GPA, but as a necessary step for you to grow. It's not a bug, it's a feature of the whole university experience. I mean, this quote from our source material really just says it all. It's not about having a perfect, detailed map for the next 4 years. It's about embracing the journey itself and, more importantly, trusting that you have what it takes to handle the twists and turns along the way. Okay, trust the process sounds really nice, right? But how do you actually do that when you're stressing out about a midterm? Well, you build a toolkit. And this toolkit has 2 key parts: mastering your inner game and building your outer game. Let's start with part 1, mastering your inner game. This is all about the stuff going on inside your head, shaping your thoughts and your attitude to build that mental toughness from the inside out. So, your mental toolkit is built on 4 key ideas. First, you learn to embrace the unknown instead of being scared of it. You practice staying flexible when plans, inevitably go sideways. You start to see challenges as a workout for your brain. And maybe most important of all, you learn to trust in your own abilities. And that leads to this crucial shift. So many students get caught in the perfection trap on the right. They're terrified of any mistake, and they feel like they need to have all the answers right now. Honestly, it's just an exhausting sprint straight to burnout. The progress mindset on the left, though, that's about celebrating small wins, accepting that learning is a process, and seeing this year as a sustainable journey. This right here is probably the most important mental switch you can make. Now for the second half of our toolkit, building your outer game. This is where that resilient mindset actually translates into real-world actions that create a solid foundation for your success. And the source material really boils it down to these 3 key actions. They're simple, they're easy to remember, and they are incredibly effective. So let's break them down real quick. First up, self-care. And let's be clear, this is not selfish. It is essential. Think of your week like this chart. If you pour every single ounce of energy into academics, but you neglect sleep, your own wellness, or just having some fun, the whole thing gets unstable and falls apart. A balanced week is a successful week. It's as simple as that. Second, build your network. You are not on this journey alone. I mean, just look at this list. This is your support system, and it's already there, just waiting for you. From your academic advisor to your professors to the friends you'll make in campus clubs. The biggest mistake is thinking you have to figure it all out by yourself. You absolutely do not. And the final piece of the puzzle is to seek out opportunities that go beyond your required classes. A university education isn't just what happens in a lecture hall. It's the research projects, the student organizations, maybe even studying abroad. This is where you don't just learn your subject. This is where you discover who you really are. So, let's bring it all together. When you combine that inner game of resilience with the outer game of taking intentional action, the goal completely changes. You're not just trying to survive your first year anymore, you are actively setting yourself up to truly thrive.
And this, right here, is the ultimate takeaway. Trusting the process does not mean your first year will be perfect or easy or free of challenges. It means that when those challenges show up, and they will, you'll have the toolkit and the confidence to face them, knowing they are just a part of your growth.
So I'll just leave you with this question. Just by showing up, by starting university, you've already taken the biggest, hardest step. Now, just imagine for a second what becomes possible when you fully embrace this journey and truly trust the process. What will you achieve?